Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! I'm YouTube famous now. Available in 2018. The album, Dad AF. Did you really think, I'm not going anywhere. Did you really think I was going somewhere before I make another reaction video to Tana Mojo and Tanacon? So let's get right into this video. I am getting ready to check out of my beautiful bed and breakfast in Essex, Connecticut. Thank you to all of the people in Connecticut that reached out to me and said, I'm like 15 minutes from you. Hi! We're getting ready to go home today, and I just got done packing and taking a shower, and I have my coffee already. So let's get right into my thoughts about Tanacon and the Tana Mojo apology. Well, first of all, okay, I tweeted out some real profound stuff yesterday, like I always do. And if you don't already follow me on the Twitter, follow me on the Twitter, the Instagram, the Snapchat, everywhere. I'm a social media influencer. I hate that word. I really, really hate that in that word when people say I'm an influencer. Blow it out your ass. Anyway, okay. So I had tweeted out some stuff, and all of a sudden, like, I hadn't checked my phone in like hours, and I went to it, and I was like, what is going on here? And people were like, when is your Tana video coming out? When is your Tana video coming out? When are you doing your reaction to Tana video? And I was like, oh my God. Like, I really didn't think that I would get that much of a response, but I mean, so many people were like, please do a video about this Tana Mojo supposed documentary, because it was over an hour. That's just a Peter Monn vlog every day. Apology that she did yesterday. And I think part of why people were coming to me, because yesterday I did a video where I answered all questions about any drama, past and present. And so in there, somebody addressed Tanacon, and I said, I'm making that video right after I get done with this, whenever she uploads her video. So, the people ask, the United States of YouTube is entitled to a fair and unbiased Tana Mojo reaction video! And that's what you're gonna get. So let's get right into this. I have notes that I took while I was watching said video. Please hold, I need a sip of coffee. I know it probably seems like I'm all cracked out, but I haven't had any coffee today whatsoever. I love when people put in my videos, dude, how much cocaine did you snort? Well, none, since I was 22 and a half years old, and I know I look young, but that was 23 and a half years ago. So, all right, let's get in here, because that's the date that I got clean and sober. So let me tell you what I thought about this. Okay, first of all, and I'm sorry I took notes, but I didn't want to leave anything out, and there was a lot to be said, okay? First of all, okay, Tana, you need to fire Jordan, your manager, number one, okay? Or Jordan, you need to quit, because this is a train wreck going nowhere. And Tana, you want a manager that can run your life effectively? Hire me. Hire anybody. It doesn't really matter, I don't think, okay? Because what we learned from this is Tana doesn't listen to anyone. And she said that in the video, and she made it very, very clear, while still pointing fingers, while still blaming the world and all this kind of stuff. Now, I will say, because I was talking about my coffee at the beginning of this video, I got a lot of messages from people saying that when she was in the red shirt sitting on the couch, she seemed completely messed up. That was not my take on it, okay? I'll just say, the whole video I watched before I read one comment, because I wanted to watch it completely objectively. I didn't get the feeling in the video that she was messed up. I thought it sounded like she might have had a cold or something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm my mother back in the day, you know, like, what, who? But I really didn't think she seemed messed up. I thought she seemed pretty clear-headed, honestly. But here are two truths, first of all, okay? Number one, Tanacon never needed to happen. Period. Number two, this video never needed to happen, okay? After 5 weeks of not posting one video on her channel, all right? If you were going to put this bullshit out there, you might as well have just been posting videos all along and been making money, because people were going to come for you anyway. And I didn't even go to look at the response of what people thought in this video, because I'm going to tell you the truth right here, okay? Those that love Tana will be like, oh, Tana, thank you so much for this video. And you're full of shit, okay? I'm telling you right now. This video was the biggest piece of shit I have seen on YouTube in a long time, all right? So, if you stan Tana, you loved her video. If you're a truth teller, you knew it was crap, okay? We didn't learn anything new. We didn't hear anything new. We didn't hear any responsibility be taken, and I'll tell you why. Because all she says in the video is, I'm sorry, but, I'm sorry, but, I'm sorry, but. And I feel like I'm running groups back in the day when I worked in a treatment facility, because I used to say to them back in the day, everything after but is bullshit. And I know I say but sometimes too, but everything after but is bullshit. And she would just say, all she did was say, I apologize, or she didn't even say, I apologize, I take full responsibility. I mean, she said it, but did y'all feel like she really felt it? I didn't feel like she did. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry for this, I'm sorry if you got sunburned, I'm sorry if you stood in line, I'm sorry if Bella and I were, you know, sitting upstairs tweeting bullshit out, you know, whatever, changing outfits. I'm sorry that I was too busy marrying people on stage when I should have been making sure that everybody got into the event. I'm sorry that I don't take full responsibility for this, and I continue to blame it on Michael Weiss. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Well, let me tell you something, Tana, okay? When I was using drugs and alcohol back in the day, my dad's least favorite word, and still to this day, is, I'm sorry. And what he would say to me is, when you say I'm sorry, what you want me to hear is, forget what I just did. But I'm not going to forget what you just did. So you need to take responsibility for your action, clean it up, move on, and show that it won't happen again. Now here's my thing, okay? She talked in there about how she's cleaned up this whole mess and, you know, refunds are being taken care of and all this. Okay, that's the least of the point right now, okay? I don't really even care about all that at this point. I'm not making 15 more videos going over, did people get their... I mean, I've had just as many people tell me they got their refunds as people that told me they didn't get their refunds. So I don't know what the truth is, all right? I don't give a shit about the merch bags. Listen, girl, that's salt in the wound. Do not be sending a merch bag to one of these people that stood in the sun at this point, okay? And put in there, I don't know, a bag of glitter or something like there. Anything short of a pair of Louboutins and you done fucked up. I'm telling you right now, okay? These people have gone through so much shit, and then you want to drag them through it again and again and again. And this video yet was another dragging of it. And what I wanted to say, and I'm like all over the place, I know, but I just have so much to say about this video. She framed it very interestingly, okay? At the beginning, she goes into this, and this is what she was tweeting out in my last video I talked about this. It's going to be so dark, and I don't know that I want to go there. She alleges all of this sexual harassment, and does anybody have any clue why that was in this video whatsoever? I have absolutely no idea why that part was in the video, what necessity, even if it's true, 100%, I feel for you, girl. I don't understand why it needed to be in this video. Was that a sympathy kind of thing there? Like, you have no idea what I go through on a daily basis. So, I mean, to be completely honest with you, did I miss something? Like, I'm so confused by the beginning of that video. She, like, throws it out there and then does nothing with it whatsoever. Why did you throw it out there anyway? Now, you have to remember, these are YouTubers that are very, 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 very smart, okay? They know what they're putting out there. This was not just a video where Tana sat down and just told her, you know, her thoughts in a ponytail. She starts it off that way because she wants you to think that, right? Where she's sitting there and she's all kind of like, you know, looks like she hadn't gotten ready for the video and she got her hair in a high silver ponytail. The editing on this video is fantastic, okay? She edited the shit out of this video. I don't believe she edited the video. Somebody edited this video. But it is edited, I mean, like Shane Dawson's at the end of it. They tie it together perfectly with Shane Dawson at the end, asking her some of those questions. And I mean, it is so highly edited to manipulate you, and this is what I've been talking about in all of these videos, that YouTubers are doing documentaries to persuade you to think a certain way, although I think her editor was probably sitting there thinking, girl, there ain't no amount of editing that I can do that can save your ass from this Tanacon thing. You done fucked up, okay? I don't know why it is so hard for this girl to sit on camera, make a 2-minute video, and say, I mean, an hour and 4-minute video that was literally 30 minutes of her yelling and screaming and blaming Michael Weiss for being responsible for this. But I mean, I'm sorry. It was totally my idea. It's Tanacon. But I'm so fucking pissed at Michael Weiss. No, you take no responsibility for it. To this day, you still blame Michael Weiss. That's what this is all about, okay? Sure, I think that we can all admit right now that this kid was young. He didn't know what he was doing. He overpromised you, on and on and on, okay? Why you believed that when countless people, Shane Dawson, James Charles, your manager, Bella Thorne and her team, on and on and on, all of your people told you, don't use this guy. People were coming out of the woodwork, Tana said, and yet she can't take responsibility for it herself. People were coming, these are not bunny rabbits, this is a quote. People were coming out of, not bunny rabbits, the woodwork, okay? James Charles, Bella Thorne, all these people were telling you not to use this guy. Your own manager that watches you go through all this fucked up stuff every day, Tana, he even told you not to do it. The same people you thanked at the end of the video, because mind you, this video was not just Tana trying to clean up her mess. It was also, let me clean up the mess of everybody else, right? Because she did go in there and, you know, thank Shane and James and her manager and say whose fault it wasn't, right? Which I did like that part of it. And I will say this, okay? On the heels of me having done, I think, 3 Shane Dawson videos about Tana Mojo. Had I seen this first, my response to his docuseries would have been completely different. I have a feeling that Shane sat down with Tana and realized very quickly, this girl tells you what you want to hear, she doesn't really believe it, and you can't teach her anything. I think Shane's very, very smart. I don't know that I would have been as harsh on Shane, honestly. I don't know, like, he could have found out more facts, more evidence, but I think when he really sat down with her, what he realized was, she ain't gonna listen to anything that I say, and she's not, and people need to realize that, and she's a sinking ship, okay? I know that right now, people, like, love her, and she's growing because of her age group, but this kind of mentality and this lack of growing up, she's gonna age out of very, very soon. Like, the people that follow her, when you're 22 and you're going to corporate America to look for a job, or you're trying to get, I don't know, like, you know, substitute teaching positions because you're in, you know, college for your last year, or, you know, whatever you're doing with your life, settling down and having kids, or working, or whatever you're doing, right? These people are not going to be watching this train wreck. They're not going to think it's funny anymore, especially when what is very, very obvious to this is that Tana doesn't really care about her fans. I was somebody that for a long time supported Tana and said, that Tana loved her fans, that she always tweeted them back. Well, okay, whatever. I mean, at the beginning of this video, she says, I've taken a month off social media. No, you haven't. You just haven't posted a video on YouTube. She's been incredibly active on social media, okay? And she's continued to put out the same bullshit that she does any other time about Bella Thorne and Elijah Daniel missing planes and this, and it's just a mess, okay? And so that's bullshit that she stayed off of social media for a month. It's absolute 100% bullshit. From the moment that Tanacon closed, Tana has been on Twitter. The moment, all right? The moment. So let's not act for 1 second like she hasn't been influencing people out there, influencing their opinions, putting out there what she thinks about Michael Weiss onto Twitter, putting out there what she thinks about Tanacon, putting out there, I'm going to make a 5-minute video answering all the questions. Girl, I sat here and I thought to myself, well, I still don't know if you put $100,000 into this thing. I still don't know when you were sitting there with Michael Weiss and you said, I want people to wait, why that was never addressed. You know people want you to answer those questions. They tweeted it to you. She cannot be sitting there thinking that people don't want to know these things. I mean, I could sit down there right now with 50 questions and interview the shit out of this girl, okay? I know there are fans out there and people that love Tana that probably have 100 questions. Did y'all feel like any of those questions were answered in this video? Because I don't feel like she answered anything. I felt like it was a total regurgitation of what we had seen before with almost the exact same footage we had seen before. Okay, this is what killed me. I cannot tell you how many times I asked Michael Weiss about the security. I cannot tell you how many times I went to the Marriott and I looked around. Same outfit, same hair, and every bit of footage. Are you telling me that the only bit of footage that you have for all of this is that one section where why did you choose to film just that section? Why just that section, okay? Not to mention, she says that she got to the event, her event, okay, produced by a production team that she hired, and they said she couldn't have any of the footage to it. Well, you signed a contract, I'm sure. If you didn't, why didn't your manager make you sign a contract? That would be your manager's position, okay? We live in a world of contracts, Tana. I'm sure you know that. I'm sure you try or you sign contracts all the time for sponsorships that you get for companies that I still can't believe endorse you. You know, it's amazing to me. All of this is so amazing to me. And the fact that people continue to let her get away with this. So let me go in here and I want to kind of look in here a little bit at some of my notes so I don't forget about anything. Oh, she says in there, I won't do anything like Tanacon ever again. Could somebody screenshot that moment for me, please? Could you screenshot that moment? Also screenshot the moment for me where she says, I know people probably think that this is out of arrogance and ego. And I thought she was going to say, and there's probably a lot of truth to that. But she says, no, that's not true. And then at the end of the video, shows Shane Dawson confronting her and saying, this just seems like a lot of ego to me. And she's like, girl, you don't believe Shane Dawson any more than you believe anybody else. That right there, okay, is the true sign of somebody highly arrogant, highly egotistic. This whole thing, thinking that you were better than VidCon, thinking all of this, that you were going to have all the creators in the world, that you were going to create the greatest con, which it was. It was legit the greatest con. And this video was even a better con, because you made us all wait thinking you're going to answer some answers and do something that this video never even aimed to do, all right? I don't know why you ever even made this video. It makes no sense to me. I'm not arrogant. Girl, you need a reality check, seriously. Like, this whole thing is all out of arrogance and ego. If you kept your arrogance and ego in check and humbled yourself down a little bit, this never would have happened. Not once. Because when it started getting really, really ugly, you would have asked for help. And when it started getting really, really ugly, you would have gotten everything together and said, we need to figure this out. Or you would have said to yourself 2 months before, I should probably listen to Bella. But I know better. I should probably listen to James Charles, but I know better. I should probably listen to, I don't know, Shane Dawson, or the people at VidCon, or I don't know. Oh no, I choose to listen to Michael Weiss, who I want to blame everything on, who has a bad reputation that I've only worked with one time. Seriously? No, I don't buy that. I don't buy that one bit. And that makes me think this whole thing was kind of a setup, honestly. Okay. But she said she's never going to do VidCon again, so we'll see. She talks in there about how she wants to continue to be a voice for the creators of YouTube, and I think that's fantastic, right? But instead of being this screwed up, messed up voice that's always talking about drugs and, you know, showing druggy behavior and all that kind of stuff, which you do on Snapchat, you know you do. And instead of being, you know, this voice for the people, if you want to be taken seriously and you want people to respect you, you have to behave in a way that people will respect you. That doesn't mean that you don't stop with your shenanigans. It doesn't mean that you can't be funny. That doesn't mean that you can't party with your friends. It means edit it down. Show a different side of Tana. Show what you think people would want to see where they would take you respectfully. Because I'm telling you right now, okay? When she was talking having a board meeting for 3 hours or whatever, I was like thinking to myself, do they have conference rooms at McDonald's? Are her and all her Yahoo friends sitting back there getting Big Macs and drinking milkshakes and talking about Tanacon? What is she talking about? If Tana Mojo, if Tana Mojo walked into, I've been in a lot of board meetings in my life, okay? I have sat on a lot of boards for different organizations in my life, okay? I've served my time, so this ain't no bullshit right here. If Tana Mojo, the way that she is dressed, okay, hair that she is, came into a board meeting with sunglasses on, and I don't like to judge people, okay? But I'm telling you right now, I don't give a rat's ass who she is. If she sat down there and just looked at us and kind of put the sunglasses off and was like, what, I'm here. Yeah? What's up? Yeah, I'd be like, are we supposed to take this girl seriously and anything that she stands behind? And I'm not telling her that she has to put on a dress and look ready for church on Sunday. I'm not saying that, okay? I'm not saying that you have to cut off the booty shorts and not wear the sunglasses. Go in there how you want to go in there. But let your work speak for itself. Let your work speak for who you are. Because if you want to be taken seriously for all of this, and the partying and all of that kind of stuff, like Lady Gaga, like Madonna of the past, okay? Like the Stevie Nicks and the Joan Jetts and all of these people that paved the way for you, okay? if you want to be taken seriously like them, you have to have the content to back that up, okay? Not just a bunch of bullshit that you're putting out there in the world and you happen to be famous because people kind of like you right now, okay? You're just really kind of like the popular girl in high school. And I really hate to tell you, because I know that that's the girl that you hated in high school, but you have become her. And sometimes when we become that which we hate, we have a hard time seeing it. And ask yourself one question. Whatever happened to the popular girl in high school? So anyway, you know, I think if she really wanted to fix some things, what would be smart would be, instead of her, and this would show true humility, this would show lack of arrogance, lack of ego, all of that, okay? Is if she reached out to the people at VidCon, the chair, the board of, you know, VidCon. Maybe reach out to Hank Green, who is no longer a part of putting it together, but was one of the original organizers, since he supported her after this all went down and said he felt bad. Maybe reach out and say, as part of the community of YouTube, I would really like to work from within, instead of against. Because Shane Dawson said at the end of her video, do you know that VidCon was trying to help the people that were at Tanacon? I think it said a lot about the people at VidCon. And maybe if she went there and said, and humbled herself enough to say, I would like to work within the organization to help VidCon become more inclusive of all featured creators, all creators, small and large. I'd like to help YouTube become a greater place. That's the voice that you have, Tana. You have the voice of the girl that not a lot of people liked and said would never amount to much, and now has made it huge on YouTube. That's the voice that you have. And that's a powerful voice. It's a voice that a lot of young people and old wish that we could say. You know, that we could sit out there and say, yeah, I haven't really always fit in, and people don't always really like me, and people made fun of me a lot and bullied me. Because that's my story too. But look, here's this girl that does it, and she's successful about it, and she's humble too. And she's working within to try to change things. I think that would be fantastic. That's the Tana Mojo that I could get behind and I would like to see. The last thing is this. My notes. I don't ever want to hear Tana Mojo say in a video, all of this is because I'm young and dumb again. She said it about 5 times, and then she kept on saying it, and I was like, oh my God. I can't with this girl anymore explaining away her life by just being, I'm young. I'm dumb. O-K-L-A-H-O-M-A, Oklahoma. Okay. It's not that deep, Tana. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I was just absolutely riveted by this video. And honestly, when I went into it, I thought one of 2 things. I thought this video is either going to be her literally sitting down for 3 minutes, just taking total responsibility, which is what it should have been, telling how she was going to fix it, and promising that it wasn't going to happen again. But we've seen that kind of Tana Mojo video before. If you don't believe me, go back a year ago, I made a video called Tana Mojo's Apology. Number 2, if it wasn't that, I thought it was going to be her actually doing a documentary showing us a lot about Tanacon that we really didn't know, okay? A lot behind the scenes. I think, if anything, what this video proved, and this is where she really screwed herself, is there's no new information about Tanacon, and it really is all her responsibility. It is really all about what she screwed up, and that's the most interesting fact of all. I thought she was going to come out and be like, well, this, and show receipts. No, it was none of that. So, I was rather disappointed. It was an hour and 4 minutes. Well, I listened to it at 2 times speed, so 32 minutes. That I'll never get back again. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.